Hello, welcome back to the Flux campaign. Last time we left our adventures, the new party member had joined them in the form of Lokar, the Turtle Paladin. He became settled in, though he has some strong distrust of orcs. Our team has now ventured into a new world, starting on a mountain. They are working their way down towards a village with residents they do not know what they are. I am Steve, the Dungeon Master.
I am Sarah, or now Kyle, split personality.
I'm Jackie. I play Silva, a gnome ranger with her beast companion, white tiger Snowflake.
I'm Tony. I play Puck, a changeling sorcerer warlock.
Charlie.
Yeah, that would help. Hey, sorry, push to talk, and I completely forgot what button I was using. So, Charlie, and I'm playing Bardus, and he rolls strength for cuddles.
Eric playing Lokar, the Turtle Paladin.
I'm Dominic. I play Anoran, the Elf Cleric.
Alright, and from here we begin the story once again. Our team has made it to the mountain, and Bardus has now rejoined those who waited for him at the middle point of the mountain.
Eyo.
Meanwhile, Puck and Lokar have scouted ahead and are probably about, I'd say, 45 to 50 feet ahead of the rest of the group on making their way down the mountain.
But that's all we got?
But are we walking or climbing? I assume we're walking.
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
So
Going
it's like
down.
Devil's Lake.
It's rough terrain.
It's a little both. It's rough terrain, and Bardus is a Goliath, so this is like his home turf type of setting, so he's able to get up and down pretty quickly.
He jumps on my back coming down this mountain, so help me God.
Ooh.
I'm not Koopa Trooping this.
Nope.
Alright. So, I guess once Bardus joins, everyone starts to push forward.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so then.
I continue to push forward, but it doesn't seem like I'm going that far ahead anyway.
Well, you guys definitely reach the bottom of the mountain with some time before the rest of the party can catch up, unless Bardus stitches everyone behind since he's the mountain master.
No. I keep up with the group that waited for me and push forward with them. Disappointed, total disappointment on his face that he's not actually home.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Lokar and Puck reach the bottom of the mountain first, at which there is a small grove of dead trees. They are thin, their bark has turned black from lack of nutrients, and whatever life they had has been sucked dry out of them into the earth.
I'd like to investigate it.
You investigate it. Roll me investigation.
I'm at 12.
At 12? I'm gonna say you reach out and you touch it, and as you pull your hand back from the tree, like the bark is just flaking off like ash, like the grass was doing when Silva was inspecting it. It's just gets on your hand. It leaves some ashy residue on your fingers as it just kind of clumps and falls off.
So this is just a small patch that's like this, or is it anything else that's around us that's like that?
There is a lot of these dead trees. If there had been foliage and these had been alive, you feel this would have been like a small, dense grove or forest around just the outside of the mountain before the farmlands. But because everything is dead, you can just like see right through to what's ahead of you because there's no foliage, there's no cover.
Would I be able to use like knowledge religion to say if there's like myths or stories that show
Yes!
similar pestilences to this?
Yes, I would say very much so. Please roll me a religion check.
I'm good at those two, but I'll ignore it.
Yeah, if Lokar wants to do it too, I mean, it would probably cross his mind.
Unfortunately, I only got a 7, so +2, that's a 9.
I got 11.
Well, sorry to both of you.
The dice.
Sorry for both of you. You feel, Anoran, it's just in the back of your head, for both of you, it's just in the back of your head. You should know what this is a sign of, but for some reason, whether it's that you're just so focused on being in a different world, or that you're being distracted while you're trying to keep watch, that you just can't seem to bring to the forefront of your mind what it is you're trying to remember.
Okay, it's like Norin is slightly frustrated that it seems so familiar. It's like a passing thought in the night, but he'll just.
It's on the tip of your tongue.
Almost there. I almost got it, but no. I guess he just he keeps an eye out for danger for right now to see if he can if his mind is how long when can we retake a roll if we botched it?
I would say the next time you see something that would trigger the thought of what you're trying to figure out. So you're basing this off of what, the grass that you saw Silva touch? So then I think the next time would be when you actually reach the trees, you might be able to try again.
Okay.
Yeah, because...
Yeah. I'm going to turn to Puck and just kind of go, something's not right about this planet. It seems like something's dying here.
Yeah. I'm a bit ahead, but I'm assuming I hear that.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 10-15 feet behind you.
Okay. Yeah.
I would assume if there's nobody around, I'd be yelling that, just like a Puck. Look, everything's dying.
Yeah, you don't see anyone around, so you just assume that you can speak out loud to Puck fine.
Alright. Yeah. It's starting to be a theme. Pretty much every one of these rifts I've been through is just everything is dead. I don't know why.
Have you been through another rift?
Yeah, well, I was originally in a city, and then I was pulled into Flux, the place we just came from. And then we went through another one, which is a desert planet. So this is 3 for me.
That's a lot of death. Wow.
I'm not sure if it's a desert planet, but we were in the middle of a desert.
Oh, well, fair. So not a big sample size to figure.
No, but this looks like a dying planet. And, well, I think Flux is nearly dead planet, so yeah, there's this theme going on.
Well, Flux to me seemed like a place that was just a part that was left to the planet, but sure, move on.
Alright, so Puck and Lokar once you leave the grove of trees, you're pretty much going to be in the open farmland area. Are you going to wait for the rest of the group to catch up with you, or are you
I
going
would
to
probably at least make it to a farm and see if the dying is also happening on the farm.
Alright, so you would go a bit more forward and check the plant growth in the
as
farm.
long as it's not too far, as long as they can still see, I'd like to get a little bit of an investigation done while they're still catching up.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm interested in scoping out what the locale looks like.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, do we reach the Zargro finally reach the trees, or are we still a bit behind?
You're still a little behind. Give it just a little bit longer. Because Lokar and Puck are just pushing through the trees right now. So, yeah, you guys make your ways through the grove of trees, and you find yourself on the edge of the farmland. It's open farmland. There's no fencing or anything. Looks like very basic irrigation techniques have been used. Not very forward in any type of advanced irrigation techniques that might have been back on your worlds.
I'd kind of like to. I'd like to look at the farmland and use more of a survival skill to figure out if this ground actually is like fertile enough to grow like food and things like that.
I would actually want you to roll nature for that.
But I wanted to do it survival.
That's nice, but you're checking the dirt and plants. That's a nature roll.
12, because apparently that's all I can roll tonight.
Alright, so a 12, I'll say the 12 gets you, you can look at the dirt. You can see that, while some of the dirt is like the dirt from the mountain where everything seemed dead, there does seem to be some fresher dirt that still seems to have some life to it. And you can see that in the plants that they're growing. There are certainly patches of where it looks like the plants have died out from lack of nutrients and are starting to take on the look of like the trees and the grass where they just seem dried out and dying. But you can see that they are still able to grow some crop. Looks like a mix of wheat and grains and corn-like vegetation in the patch of dirt that you're currently looking in.
But you were saying that there's patches even in the farmland that seem dead?
Yes.
Okay. He's gonna yell forward to Puck and go, "Hey Puck, can you do a magic-y thing? Like, I think you can like see if something is magical."
Not my thing.
Okay, never mind.
At this point, I will say the rest of the group reaches the grove of trees at the base of the mountain.
Silva would have done a nature check.
Alright, Silva, go ahead.
14.
14. These trees are like the grass. They are dead. There is no life left in them. Again, touching it like Lokar did, your hand comes back covered in ashy residue. The bark just kind of flakes off from where you touched it and falls as ash, dissipating as it hits the ground. Something is very, very wrong with the nature of this planet.
Can I redo my religion check?
You may.
No.
What'd you roll?
No.
Nat 1.
That's a very big no.
Yeah, it's I go by the honor system, and honor dictates that that's a 1.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, you see what Silva sees. Damn dead trees. Terrible.
Like, oh my god, I know what this is. I just can't recall it.
Alright, and as you guys are nearing the grove, you can see that Puck and Lokar are on the other side of the grove of trees inspecting the plants of the farmland. You could probably catch up to them if you just went into a quick jogging run.
Silva and Snowflake will do that.
Yeah, we'll continue moving forward at them.
I'm more just standing with my arms crossed, toe tapping.
So yeah, Lokar's does a fancy for you guys to catch up. Just out of curiosity, any of you able to discern if something is magical or not? Take that as a no. Moving on.
Can I nature?
No, I was trying to think. I was trying to think of how to phrase it. How Anoran would phrase it. Like, we know no more than you, but we do know that something is very, very wrong.
Alright.
No.
So no.
Okay.
Alright.
In Silva nature, similar to what Lokar did, but I wasn't there. So nature the field.
Sure.
This is why he
Oh,
doesn't
a
split
3!
No.
Plants are pretty, but some of these are not so pretty.
It wasn't an intelligence check, was it?
No, it was a nature check, but I mean...
it was intelligence. Never mind. Pretty plant.
Yeah. Alright, so you've all regrouped at the start of the farmland. You can see that the farmland is fairly large. You don't see any kind of livestock. All you see is plant growth. No livestock. No animals whatsoever.
Any bugs?
You know what? No, you don't notice any bugs. You don't hear any bugs. You don't hear any birds. You don't hear any kind of animal.
I
Okay.
kind of turn and kind of go, you know, for somebody who likes to potentially dine on bugs in spare time and things of that nature, I do discern there is not a lot of those things around. This is rather disturbing. There's nothing living around.
Can that information to me be used to re-roll my religion check?
Yeah, go ahead, sure.
Okay,
We're
if I don't
down.
make, okay, I promise. If I don't make it on this one, I'm just Anoran's head will just like his brain. He
I'm
just,
having flashbacks to a couple episodes.
This is
ago.
attempt number 3 on the religion check for you.
Can I see if I'm dead?
okay, it's a dirty 20.
That's a dirty 20. All right, you know what? I'm going to give it to you on the dirty 20. This sounds a lot like a blight that falls on land when it is overrun by undead.
Oh.
So due to the 3 attempts, it suddenly comes. It strikes Anoran like a freaking bolt of thunder. He just exclaimed, "Undead! This is an undead blight."
And with him saying that, you see Lokar's eyes light up and go, "Say you're joking."
No, I can't. This is not
I
a
knowledge
matter.
check. What kind of knowledge check is a blight?
This is a pestilence, a blight of undeath. It's consuming the world. It's nothing. It's sucking the very life out of the world. I don't know what would. I can't recall what would cause this, but this is undeath. This is definitely undeath. We
What's
are in great
undead?
danger.
Silva asks, "What's undead?"
Ill living.
Those who are dead but yet still walk by unholy and dark means.
Those who are dead can never
Like-
die.
What, like zombies or something?
Yes.
Skeletons.
Yes.
How close are we to the village?
I would say it's probably at a leisurely pace of walking, probably 5 to 10 minutes. Because the farmland itself is pretty expansive.
Alright, you damn well know Anoran's got his holy symbol out, he's got his long sword out, and he's like, power of soul and victor compels you.
Are undead entertaining a fight?
I'm just gonna kind of like, you see me turn to Bartis and go, "We do not want to mess with the undead. They are not entertaining to fight."
Where can we find some?
I'm debating if I want to do this or not because it only lasts for a turn. I
Then
really
maybe
want to
not.
use Divine Sense really badly, but I don't feel like it's necessary yet.
Well,
I'm just gonna
Slowly
whip out
go.
my sword and shield and be super
Cool.
cautious.
Yeah.
Actually, scratch that. I'm gonna whip out my symbol and my shield. I'm gonna sheath my sword, take out my shield, and I guess pointing in the direction of the village, and wait for everybody else to start moving. But I'm gonna be very, very on guard as we make our way towards the village, considering all the stuff around us.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna tell the group, I'm like, when we get to the town, if anybody is speaking with you and they seem weird, let me know, because I can basically detect if somebody is undead.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say, if they seem weird, I can basically kill them.
That too.
I'll give him that.
As long as they're not orcs and they seem weird, I will check them first. If they are undead, I will stab them in the heart. Is that
But
fair?
if they're undead, that won't really do much.
I'm gonna murder them. I'm gonna radiate their face.
All right, so I assume the group then continues to move forward.
Well, Silva is extremely confused because she cannot fathom what undead is. Is there a way I can kind of look ahead to see, does the town then look lived in? I mean, lights on. Are people
or unlived in?
Or well,
I was
don't
trying to look
understand
ahead,
that.
but we were waiting for you.
Yeah. So
Are there
I
lights
mean,
on? Are people out? I don't know what time of day it is. But...
yeah. So the sky. Actually, take note of this. The sky is still a sunset red, and the clouds are still purple. You guys have been on this planet for maybe close to an hour. It has not changed.
Alright, so would you like to go look at the town?
From here, can I look at it from here?
I'm
Can
just...
I see any
You
of that?
can, and you can roll me a perception.
Perception. How about a 19?
You can see that there are signs of life based on the fact that there is smoke coming from some of the houses that look like chimney smoke.
Can I get to the town at all?
I mean, you can walk to the town.
I'm trying to.
Well,
If he starts getting too far ahead, I'm gonna yell, be like, Puck, stay with us just in case.
Lokar, it looks lived in, but you said they may talk to us?
There are many forms that people can take when they are undead, and I fear for any manner of them.
I'm just going forward.
You can also, with your 19, you can see that there is a couple of workers in the field.
That's what I was looking for. Can I see the workers?
Undead workers.
Okay.
You-
We
percept.
don't know that.
You can see the workers. They are working on the farmland closer to the village. It'll probably take you about 4 to 5 minutes to walk up to them.
I just want to see what...
Well, you don't see
are.
them. Silva sees them.
I know, that's why I was
There's
saying a
workers
percept.
up there. I'll tell them.
He's too far away for
Oh.
him to hear you.
I'll tell
No,
them.
like my whole reason I'm trying to go to the village is I'm trying to see what kind of people live on this planet.
Yeah. You haven't seen what kind of race lives here yet.
Is it Cthulhu?
Yes.
So if Silva points out where there's people,
Yeah,
I'll say, let us head to those people. If both of those people are undead, they're easier to take out, and we can make a much more managed solution getting into the town.
All right. So push forward.
I pull out my journal and write undead question mark.
I'm at least going to put my sword away so I don't seem aggressive, but I'm going to keep the shield out.
All right. All right. So everyone pushes forward towards the figures working in the fields. It looks like they are planting new crop into what was a recently harvested area. As you get close, you notice their movement is fluid. There's no jerkiness to it. It seems like they're probably alive based on their movement alone, for those of you who are familiar with undead. As you get in close, you see that they both kind of stop to look at the approaching party. They are wearing clothing that covers their skin, long-sleeve shirts, trousers with boots, thick gloves. They're wearing, looks like cloth masks over their face and large straw hats over their heads. All you can really see is their eyes, and one of them you see has black eyes with red pupils, and the other one has black eyes with what looks like a kind of a stone gray pupils.
Okay, so are we within 60 feet of them?
You are within 60 feet of them.
I am casting Divine Sense.
Okay.
So as an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial, fiend, and undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay, they both don't pop up as undead or evil to you. They register neutral.
Still worth the check.
Yep.
The eye color threw me off.
Are these undead?
Not to metagame, but you could inform us of that.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I was just writing it down first. So
Lokar, they
as
okay?
we're kind of coming up, Lokar kind of whispers because he doesn't want to let them know that he's kind of. But he's like, I've checked them
Check them out.
and they seem clean. There's nothing evil about them. They're not giving me undead vibes.
Do you mean you check them?
I have a way of sensing things that are undead.
Oh,
If his paladin powers are true, that is something that they do. They are capable of. Anoran lowers his symbol, and but he keeps his shield up. He keeps his shield, in hand, and the symbol in hand, just in case.
sorry, Tony, I didn't realize you had kept walking. So in that case, I'm gonna say that Theus has rubbed off on you so much that you just kind of walked quietly, and that you were already like halfway of the 60 feet ahead of everyone else before Lokar did his check, and that the farmers just hadn't talked to you. The farmers just kind of chose to ignore you.
Yeah, I was going towards the village, just trying to see if I could find anyone to see what kind of race of people live here. That's all.
All right, yeah, you're closer to the farmers than the rest of the group is. The rest of the group didn't wait around too long for you to get that far ahead. You're probably about maybe 15 feet away from where the farmers are standing as you're heading down the path into the village. The path into the village is the main path that just goes straight through the farmland.
I'll make it clearer. If they were standing in the middle of the field and I could see them, I would not approach. I was just simply scouting to see the type of people. I'm not going to say hi just yet.
Right, so, I mean, there's not really much reason to have said anything then, because you can't tell what they are, because they're dressed in clothing that is covering everything.
Alright, well, then what I'll do is I'll go off to a hidden area on the side of the farm then. And then I'll use my disguise kit to make a similar outfit.
Alright, you walk into the tall grass on the other side of the path from where the farmers are, and you quickly put together a disguise where you're wearing long sleeves, you've put on a similar cloth face mask tied around your face, and you've put on a slightly wide-brimmed hat to cover the top of your head.
Alright, and then now I'm using perception. Do I see the rest of the group approaching them?
Yeah, you see the rest of the group. They're out in the open.
Alright, so I'll just keep an eye on them then.
I'm gonna walk. I assume I'm kind of in the front, because I feel like I was leading, and so I'm gonna walk up and hail, friend. The farmers. They
look at you, look at each other, and just kind of back away slowly while holding the farm tools in their hands and go, "What manner of creature are you?"
Oh, I apologize. I'm a turtle. I come in peace. I have already checked. I see that your lands here seem to be our cleric has determined they seem blighted. And we feared that you might be of the undead, but I have checked you. I've sensed that you are not anywhere near the undead, and I appreciate that. But is there a problem in these lands? It seems like you guys are toiling very hard to keep your farmlands adequately stocked.
The blight is spread across the world. I'm sorry, but you would be better speaking with the mayor of our village. He would be able to give you more information. You can find him running the local tavern inside the village.
I do appreciate that, and he kind of pulls out of a pack like a couple of strips of jerky or something. May I offer you some food or something as thanks for the information you have provided?
Oh, no, please. Your generosity is much appreciated, but we cannot. We are mostly vegetarian.
It's fish, if that helps.
What is a fish?
They swim in water.
There are no animals that swim in water in our lands.
Oh, is there any animals at all? We have not seen one, or even bugs.
The blight has killed almost everything. Our village, we are all that remains, is our people.
that is very sad news indeed. I do apologize.
Thank you for your words of sympathy, strange turtle.
Yes, thank you. And then he kind of like bows at them and then kind of begins to walk back towards the main path.
All right. I guess everyone pushes forward. Puck, what are you up to now that the party is continuing to move past the farmers?
If they're coming towards, like, the farm building itself or something like that, which is towards the town.
Well, I assumed we were heading back towards the main path. Like, if we were kind of on a main path, or like, basically our goal is to get to a main path to get into the city now.
You guys are on the main path. The main path through the farm that you've been going heads straight into the city. The farmers were not far off the main path. They were within talking distance in the farm.
Okay. And as soon as we meet kind of back up with Puck, I do a, well, so first of all, they're not undead. Second of all, we need to go into we need to find the mayor at the tavern.
All right, and third of all, Puck ducked into the tall grass and disguised himself, so you don't see Puck.
Oh, that's right. Forgot that he disguised himself. Never mind.
Yeah, and I was going to stand on the side of whatever building was nearby as a farmer, just leaning against it. But
I would just turn and go, we seem to have lost Puck somewhere.
if I see them, I'll rejoin them. But
All right, well, I mean, you see them, so you're leaning against.
they're leaving.
You're leaning against a tool shed that's near the entrance of the town, and you see the group start to approach where you're leaning against the tool shed.
And I'll just wait for them to get to this point, or if they're starting to veer towards the town, I'll just start coming towards them.
All right, you start to veer towards they start to veer towards the town, and you move forward to join them. Everyone else sees that another one of those farmers is starting to approach you.
What were the I must have missed the part. What were they farming? Or what were they actually doing?
They were preparing. They were hoeing the ground to prepare it for new crop. It looks like they had just finished. They had recently finished harvesting from that area and were replanting.
It was dead bodies. Dead bodies everywhere.
They were tilling the earth.
And this area was blighted?
Yes. But again, like the whole everything on the mountain was blighted. There it seems like the blight is only affecting patches of the crop in the farmland. It hasn't spread over all the crops yet.
All right, gotcha.
So it's like starting, or is this?
Yeah, it's like it's starting to bleed out of the mountain into the crops, and there's just patches of dead crops across the farm fields.
So it's like the mountain is the source?
I mean, as far as you've seen, everything on the mountain was dead, and then you've seen some farmland, some of it's dead, some of it's alive still. I don't know if you could specify that the mountain's the source, but as far as you've seen, everything on the mountain was dead.
Okay. So it's like that, at least the blight's stronger in that direction.
Yes.
It could be coming from that direction, moving this way.
So anyways, you guys are being approached by another farmer.
I kind of turn and go, "Hail, friend. Can we assist you?"
You could just assist me in telling me what the hell you learned. I apparently should just walk in and just talk to people. And I say that in your voice.
What? It must be Puck.
Sounds like you.
Yeah, but he's a trickster, from what I can tell. So then I relay that information about the farmers not being undead and all that. I'm not repeating.
Alright. Yeah, I just wanted to get ahead and just make sure that you don't go killing people like crazy.
I don't mean to sound rude when I say this, but I suppose to the tavern. See if we can find out anything we can.
Well, if the mayor's there, he might be our best. He might be our best lead.
Like the mayor's at the tavern? My kind of mayor.
Better than the brothel.
The what?
The brothel?
The what?
Actually, I'm not even quite sure that Lokar would know what a brothel is, so that probably doesn't work out.
God,
It's like he learned a new word and he's like, the brothel?
Right? A brothel? Like, that's something that's in a city.
I've heard of them.
I'm going, yeah. I kind of see why I went ahead now. This is awkward.
Nah. And Lokar just keeps walking towards the town.
All right.
To the city we go.
All right, you guys move forward into the town. You enter the town. Again, it is surrounded outside. After the farmland, it has a small wooden barrier built around it. Not very tall, not very thick, just kind of small, maybe like 10-foot tall wooden walls around the town for defense.
Like something to keep out things that are not intelligent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not very defensible against intelligent things.
So we can walk around it and not have an issue.
I mean, I don't know. Do I need intelligence checks? You guys are able to just walk in through the front. There's not even any guards posted.
Wow. Okay.
I love it.
As you walk in, you see that a lot of the foliage in this town, the grass, the trees, they're all showing signs of the blight. They're not completely dead, but they're obviously dying. A lot of the buildings are dirty, not very well maintained. It just seems like this town is just not doing well at trying to survive whatever this blight is that is affecting them.
So when we get into the city, I kind of put my shield away and just kind of do like my fear that the town is actually completely affected by the undead is wavered. I believe now that they have been under attack by the undead, but I feel that the people here might be okay.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't see a lot of people either. Like, you see, every once in a while, you see a few of them walking around, but they're dressed very similar to the farmers. They're not, like, showing any skin, probably in fear of being in contact with anything that's blighted.
This place is a husk. Worn down by constant attack, no doubt. We must find the mayor and ascertain the situation as soon as possible.
Alright. As you move forward, you find what looks to be the largest tavern at the center of the town. And it is called the, what's a good name? We'll call it the Genie's Goblet.
The Genie's Goblet?
And you can see that the sign has a golden goblet etched onto it, painted, and that it looks like there is a blue genie, Robin Williams style, just coming out of the top of it.
Oh boy.
This is probably what looks like the most well-maintained building that you've seen so far in the city.
It's the most important one.
I'm gonna just walk right in.
Will we find everything in here?
People keep their spirits up with spirits all the time.
Yeah, and Lokar just walks right in. It is a saloon-style swing door as you just walk in.
Howdy, partner.
There better be somebody playing on a piano.
Ding! There is no one playing the piano, but there is a piano in the tavern. You enter the tavern. It's a fairly large floor plan. Think like the old Western saloons. Open floor plan. Long bar with many stools in front of it. large open floor space with tables scattered about with chairs around them. There is a large staircase with a banister going up to a second level where there are more tables.
Alright, I walk up to the barkeep. I'm assuming there's somebody at the actual bar.
Yeah, but they ask other people around, or is it just chairs and open?
You see that there's some people on the second level sitting in chairs with their heads kind of down on the table, like they're falling asleep at the table while drinking. You see a couple of guys sitting at one far end of the bar, and you see at the center of the bar there is a man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd walk up to the tavern keep and start by ordering a round of drinks.
As you approach him and give him your order, you notice that he is not human. He is humanoid with slightly pointed ears, long greased back white hair, and a large white beard that has been trimmed down to kind of a square shape on his chin. He has slightly blue skin with black eyes with blue irises, and you can smell the ocean breeze wafting away from him.
Okay.
Lokar, another. What the heck is that?
Can I do a history check to identify what race he is?
You can. I don't know if your world has his race.
Oh, that's fair. That's a good point. I guess my world's mostly orc and portals. Never mind.
Yeah.
Apparently undead too.
If anyone
Everybody deals with undead.
I would say if anyone has knowledge arcana, that would be accurate enough to use.
Nope.
But it would have to be trained.
Yeah, I don't have it trained.
Beats me.
You don't have it trained either?
Nope.
Why did I
Wow.
play a wizard?
No, he's a sorcerer warlock. He should
Yes.
definitely have arcana trained. Damn it, Tony. All right.
Yes. I'm just good. I just know this shit. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you don't have it trained, I'm not gonna give it to you. So, yeah, you just see this guy, he's humanoid, he's got blue skin, blue eyes with black eyes with blue irises, and he's dressed very fine. He's dressed very dapper with a long sleeve white shirt that's been crisp. He's got a black vest on with ivory buttons done up front. Just dressed very dapper, and he's standing there cleaning the glass and going, yes, I'll get your order right away. Whatever you are.
I'm a turtle, sir. I'm also looking. So after I lay depending on how much the drinks are, I probably lay 2 gold down.
He kind of looks at the gold, shrugs his shoulders, goes ahead and takes it.
And say, I'm actually looking for. I was told by a couple farmers out in the fields that the mayor of the town here likes to frequent this establishment.
Oh, the mayor, you say? Yes, he's quite the scandalous man, I must say so myself, as he starts to prepare drinks and starts putting them on the counter for the... you must be looking for him to find out what is going on in the village.
Well, it's going to seem a little strange. We actually are not from this realm, but we happened here and we noticed that, yes, you seem to be having trouble with blighted lands, and that makes me fearful for the undead, which it seems based on your defenses, you also are fearful of the undead.
Well, not always, but as of late, yes. And at this point, he sees Isabel and starts to, and definitely gives her kind of the glance of an evil eye, oh my god, is that what I think it is? Kind of.
Yes.
By the way, I'm keeping a perception on the guy just to track his motives. And what was it? Insight then, or?
He seems very unhappy to see Isabel.
That's unfortunate.
I'm keeping it. All right, so I see that. I was about to shift to human as a under my mask as like a default persona, but if I see intense hatred towards Isabel, I'm like, I might want to stay away from that.
It's not hatred. It's definitely a very strong sense of mistrust, discerning look, like, oh, that could be bad news.
I'm offended.
Hey, other races, other worlds. What can I say? So he's definitely giving her the stink eye as he continues to put the drinks on the counter.
I'd like to know if I noticed this.
Yeah, do we all? I was about to ask that. Do we notice this?
Roll me insights.
Okay.
I rolled mine earlier when I was saying, and I nat 20'd that, so.
Oh yeah, so you got all of that.
I got a 12.
I sit down at one of the tables, and I shift.
I got a bad roll, only a 9.
Yeah, if you got a 10 or higher, you can definitely see that he's giving her the stink eye.
I'm gonna turn and look at him and go, I know she's a little crazy, but is there a problem with her being here, friend?
Oh, so she's also crazy?
As far as I know, I've met 2 of her personalities so far.
I walk over and I plop myself right in front of the barkeep, be like, how you doing?
You see him physically kind of recoil back but stand his ground. I'm doing fine. If you're looking for...
What?
Oh, no, nothing. I'm fine. Doing fine. If you're looking for the mayor, look no further. It is I.
Ah, yes.
That makes things easier.
Moonlighting as a barkeep?
Well, there's not a lot to take charge of when half your village is dying out from starvation.
Why is that?
Oh, it might have to do with the undead blight we're dealing with.
So where is this undead blight coming from, then? I'm curious.
Oh, let me spin you a tale, if you will, of a time 30 years past. We are the Gensai, beings descended from great natural forces that mingled their blood with our ancestors. And we have always been a world of Gensai. We are the only race on this plane. But 30 years ago, there was a large thunderous crack, and suddenly there was this man that had come to our world who was not one of us. And ever since he arrived, things have just started to turn the way they have. He was an older man wearing tattered robes.
As we all write furiously.
Pretty much, I'm sitting down at a table, not at the bar, just acting like an exhausted farmer.
So this man came to this world. So he's the only man you've ever seen. But is he still around?
The only of his kind that we've seen until she came in the door.
She? So a man came and then a she?
He's looking at Isabel.
He's pointing at me.
Okay, so she came. Okay. I can
No, we're
understand.
all not that bad.
Well, considering I've only met one of your species before and he brought an undead blight upon my planet, you gotta give me some room.
So does this person still exist? Are they around? Have they disappeared?
Oh, no, he is still very much around, causing the undeath blight that you are seeing across our world. He is very active still. I don't know all the details, as I was not there for it. I got these word of hand from a guardsman that used to work there.
You used to work where?
At the castle.
Okay.
So we used to be ruled by a benevolent king who found the human when he arrived here in very poor condition, edge of life. He nursed him back to health. In gratitude, he slayed our king and took him.
So,
What is the name of this man?
That I do not know. We don't know if we ever got his. I don't know if we ever got his actual name.
but does he live in the castle now, or has he moved around?
He has taken residence in the castle, naming himself our ruler, as he ruled us with an iron fist.
And so when the undead come for the city, do they come from that direction?
I would recommend you speak with the guardsman
Okay.
who lives in this area. He helps us fight off the undead when they come to make their attacks on our village. You might be able to find him within the guard tower at the front of the village.
That is good information indeed.
Indeed. However, at this time, I believe he is out on patrol. He should be coming back here soon. If you like, please feel free to have your drinks while you wait.
That sounds good. Yes, we are most interested in, we were sent here, basically well, it's a long story, but it seems that, we are being driven by forces that are seeking to push us into helping other places. But it seems we were sent here to gather information.
Ah, great. I mean, you are all very strange folk, and I do not know what has brought you here, but if you are looking to assist, I will not turn it away.
Yes, we are, at least I am here and capable to assist in any way possible. I do not appreciate the undead, and I prefer they do not live.
I want to face one of these undead. They sound fun.
The undead are the enemies of all life. I will help. It is my sworn duty to eradicate them wherever I find them.
Yeah, I have nothing like that. I just seek a good death.
Don't we all?
Well, strangers, I don't know if you'll find such thing as that here, as the dead usually do not stay dead very long.
Most troubling.
And from there, you hear a blood-curdling scream from outside the tavern.
I pop off the bar stool, grab my sword and shield, and point that direction.
And as you do, world fades to black, as we will return in our next episode.